What's going on? Blaze here. Today we are going from Gainesville, Texas to Rapid City, South Dakota. It's a total of 945 miles, and I'm hauling insulation, some kind of foam stuff. I guess it goes back in construction, building walls and stuff. And I tell you what, this is one of the most stressful loads I've had in quite a while. So stick around. I am at a company called GAF. They wanted me to pull up second building past the pallets to the driver parking area, which looks like I need to flip around, park between the two mountains there, I guess. And I'm supposed to go see ISO office right there. Oh, cool, we get to pull up in the building. So I guess I wrap around and park next to the mountain, and then they'll let me know, I guess. It looks like one of those inside the buildings. I'm probably not gonna be able to record the loading of this, but I see people throwing straps out in the wind. That's gonna suck. Let's go see what's up. Man, I'm glad they have this step ladder. I just wish it wasn't raining. You're gonna be slippery as... Oh. Whew. Damn, I should have kept the bungees on until I got the tarp put where I want it. Oh crap. How tall am I? Huh? When I get down? Yeah. Oh. All right. They want just one of those small, what they call smoke tarps. It's generally used for people with exhaust on the top of the truck to prevent damage to the stuff. But and I don't have exhaust on the top of my truck, but they want it because they have problems with the plastic ripping on the trip. I mean, I got into flatbed so I can get a workout every now and then. But this shit right here makes me want to kind of regret it. But once everything's said and done, and the strap's done and everything's put away, and I'm going down the road, I realized that it only took me a couple hours to do straps and tarps. And although it's a pain in the ass, you know, it's only a couple hours at a time. So I put the one strap there because I want to allow the tarp to be moved a bit, but two for there, one for there, and two for there is going to go over the strap, or should I say over the tarp. Yeah, I'm wearing my GoPro in case I fall off the truck. I'm not generally afraid of heights, but when it comes to standing on something that doesn't stay, like standing on something that wobbles, which this isn't wobbling, but, or being in the rain and the wind. The wind has died down a lot since I did my tarp with the straps, which is good. And then the front. That's what I was talking about, standing on wobbling things up high. All right. This is odd. Sorry, I gotta leave the truck behind. The shipper told us to go right inside and take cover. There's a tornado coming through, apparently. Well, I just came off of home time, so I got a bunch of shit in the backpack. Call me greedy, but there's some shit I want to keep, and it was easy to grab, so why not? So I hope you're still there waiting for me, truck. And oh, poor doggy. Yeah, looks like it's clear over there, and the wind's going this way, so I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Well, they let us out of shelter. My truck's still sitting there, so that's good. They went and weighed my I had a guy next to me that was that had one of those measuring stick poles. Turns out the top part, I'm sitting at like 1311 and a half, so I'm just barely looking at it, but that's all good because I went on the busted out my Atlas like an old school trucker, and all the states I'm going through are 14 foot, so that's all good. The weather still looks like shit, but that's all right. My truck's still here, my money maker's still sitting here. Yeah, let's see, I need to check my straps. I think I tightened them all down before I went in, but all I got left now is to throw some more bungees. This one has one of the straps underneath, because generally if you put a strap over right next to a step up like that, it'll start cutting into the strap, cutting into the tarp and putting holes in it and stuff. So it's still rainy out here. Looks like crap. I'm glad this ain't a full tarp job. I guess this stuff's kind of waterproof, I don't know. Yeah, I got a couple more straps to tighten up. So I don't know why, but I think that tear right there in the corner, but I think it's already been, I think it was there. I mean, it had to have been there because this stuff's really soft in the corner and it can't really tear it like that. So yeah, all right. Alrighty, so I got that up there. I don't know if I said this already, just in case you're wondering. The reason for the tarp, they wanted me to put on what they call a smoke tarp, which basically what that is trucks that have exhaust going straight up, they worry about the exhaust blowing up on the product. And the smoke tarp, it's actually pretty small, prevents the exhaust from getting up on the product. So that's what they wanted, and I told them, I was like, I don't have overhead exhaust, you know, come on, let me do without the tarp. And they're like, nope. The only reason why we asked is because if you don't put it on there, then the top bundles, the plastic will just rip open and get all over the highway. And you know, fair enough, I've had plenty of plastic burn out on a out on the highway, man. Yeah, I've had plenty of plastic get blown out on the highway from loads that I had, and I might need to come back through there with the it's like, how hard do I cinch it? Because this stuff gives. It's not solid. So, and the more I tighten it, the more I'm messing up the top couple. But like, yeah, I know I'm supposed to have an X strap, but shh. Let's see, I've seen plenty of people already leave here without them, and I talked to this guy and he's all like, you know, yeah. So yeah, I guess I'm ready to roll. That looks like crap. I know the wind is gonna fuck that up big time. So, God, I hate tarping. It is what it is. It's part of the job, right? All right, man, let's see if I can't make it down the road. Yeah, I'm sorry, but like, I'm driving like literally nowhere today. I stopped at the there's a truck stop right at the exit of the shipper, and that's where I went. But it looks like this weather's clearing out a bit. But one thing I did want to show y'all, check this out. Double rainbow. You see one deep one and you see one just beyond that. Cool. But yeah, you can see it deep on the edges. But anyways, I got said what, 980 something miles to go. So I figure I'll wake up early, do me some good running tomorrow. Oh crap, and freaking water. And then stop somewhere and wake up early and probably have 300 or 400 miles before I deliver. So yep, that's the plan. Well, you got good days and then you got today. I'm up here in northern Kansas. Rain, it stopped sleeting. 35 mile plus an hour wind, and as you know, I'm sitting 14 high, and my load is only 7,000 pounds. So man, I feel like an empty dry van. But it didn't stop there. I heard someone talking about a annual DOT, so I was like, I might go look at mine. Come to find out, my truck was due for annual DOT by the end of February. So I get a hold of my compliance person and tell her that, you know, what's going on, and you know, she's gonna look into where I can stop. If not, you know, she wants to try to find something better than truck stop, like, you know, the people that lease this van out, or this truck out. So she went to go see something, to see, you know, if there's a better place to stop than a truck stop. And while I'm waiting for her to call back, I pull in through a way station and I trigger their overheight warning. I mean, come to find out, it was just the wind pretty much blowing my tarp up, since I'm sitting right at 14 foot. But they did tell me that my IFTA sticker needs to be replaced. I needed an updated one. Compliance person said, you know, there's a grace period, and that they'll get on, you know, getting out the IFTA stickers, and I still don't have mine. So I'm waiting for, I mean, there's no way they can get me a sticker, you know, being OTR right now, you know, northern Kansas, heading north. But at least they can email me the paperwork showing that my IFTA is up to date. Luckily, the way station just told me to get it done as soon as possible, and they let me go. So I'm just hoping that, like, I can get that email in before I hit the next state. I stopped at Love's back there to see if they can do my DOT annual, since my compliance person said that they can't find, you know, told me just go to truck stop. Well, they don't have anybody certified to do DOT inspections. So now I am going up the road to Salina, Kansas, to a pilot, and I'm gonna see if they can do me a DOT. So yeah, I don't want to be that guy and say, like, it could only get better from here, like I've reached the bottom, but I'm still not without a DOT inspection and without a IFTA sticker paperwork. So I don't want to say that yet, even though I just did. So yep. Hey guys, good morning. I'm checking in from middle of nowhere, Nebraska. I got off at 80 in Grand Island, and I'm taking the jump from 80 to 90 in South Dakota, headed to Rapid City. Hopefully today ends up being a little better than yesterday. It's not starting off that way because I started getting moving about an hour later than I expected, but I got my cup of coffee and I got a bowl of cereal, and I need gas. But anyways, I got a question. So, and this happens every now and then on the loads that I do, and this is one of them. My dispatcher grabs my loads off the load board, okay? Some loads that he picks up, not all of them, hell, not even half of them, not even a quarter, well, right around, not even a quarter of them, only a couple of companies do it. But as soon as I get the load, before my dispatcher even tells me what the load is, I'm already getting text messages with a link to an app to download on my phone. Yeah, micromanaging at its finest. I don't download it. I mean, like, they want to, my dispatcher also tells me that he gives them a link to my Samsara, my ELDs. So they have a way to see where I am, but they want, like, within the first, I don't know, couple of hours of being assigned to this load, I got like 5 or 6 different text messages, all from different numbers, mind you, with the same link to download the app. And I'm assuming that the reason for all the different numbers is because, I don't know, I guess people just block numbers, which I'm tempted to do. And about these apps and these companies, like, when I first started and I was answering the phones and talking to these brokers, they would say, hey, look, download the app to prevent us from, like, calling you, you know, several times a day. And I did. And they continued to call and call. They'd call like once or twice a day. Hey, where are you at? Dude, I downloaded your app. You should know exactly where I'm at. You got the link for my dispatcher for my ELDs. You should know exactly where I'm at. What's your ETA? I don't know. I mean, you see where I'm at? You see where I gotta go? Like, I wonder. I don't know. It's just a thing for me. It's a little bit about privacy. I mean, if it was my company wanting me to download an app, sure, fine. I work for my company. I don't work for this broker that I only get a handful of loads from. I just don't, like, understand why I should grant this broker permissions on my phone while it sits right next to my banking app. I mean, call me a little old-fashioned, but that's my storage, my data. If I want to fill my phone up with my pictures, I can do that, you know. Granted, the app is probably really, really, really small, but still, it's the principle of the matter. What has my company done so bad to y'all that y'all feel the need to micromanage their drivers? Not your drivers, their drivers. So, just a little rant to start the morning off. I've got, let's see here, 396 miles. I made shit time yesterday. I only got like 570 miles yesterday because, you know, I was going head on into 35, 40 mile an hour southern winds driving north. So, yeah, hopefully the rest of the day turns out fine. I got a Sinclair coming up in about 60 or 70 miles, get some gas, and my ETA says 1:30 now, but after gas it'll probably be about 2 p.m. So, nothing but empty cornfields. And flapping tarps. So there's a little gap in recording that I didn't feel like I necessarily needed to add to the video, but it ended up turning to be a nightmare. So one of the plastic pieces, I don't know what, there was like a little gouge or something. It wasn't a gouge. It was like, I don't know what happened. It looked like I had maybe scraped a tree or something. By the way, don't mind my messy truck. So the plastic piece came on, there was a rip in the plastic on one of the bundles, and I didn't think much of it, didn't think it was important. I'm gonna add a picture of it right here, and you could see that going forward the wind would easily catch up under, or I would thought it would easily catch up underneath the top piece here. And so I decided to get a little 2-inch strap and throw it over the top. I knew that I couldn't get up there to put my corners, so I figured, you know what, I'll tighten it down, but not snug enough to do anything. Well, that was not the best idea. So this stuff is really soft. It doesn't take much to indent it, and it wasn't long before the thing was flapping, even though the strap, you know, it just kept, the strap just pretty much came undone. because it got loose and it started flapping in the freaking really high winds coming up here. So I ended up taking that, I left that strap on, but what it ended up happening is the plastic started ripping back to where it was like my strap, and then the plastic was flapping over the strap, and ended up catching and rolling my strap. This and all the while this stuff's getting smaller and smaller because it's, you know, condensing under all the movement. I don't know how to explain it. It just kept loosening up, and I ended up losing 3 of my V boards. The top piece obviously flopped up and popped off. I saw it in my rearview mirror. The back strap had fallen, or the strap that was on the back of that particular bundle had fallen in between the 2 bundles, so it was no longer on top. I was only 40 miles away when all this happened, so I just tightened down the one strap that was still there on the side of the highway, and pretty much rolled with it. And yep, I was worried. Talked to my dispatcher. He was freaking out. I was freaking out. I was worried, but you know, once I started going west on 90, the wind, man, I felt like I was being blown around. But anyways, yeah, I was talking to my dispatcher, and he's like, man, whatever you do, I just hope they don't make a claim on theirs. We've been hit hard with claims from damaged goods, you know, damaged stuff, you know, company wide. And although this would be my first claim if they do go get one through, but yeah, it was stressful. This is a very stressful run. I made it to Grand Rapids. Nobody's seen me here yet, but I wanted to get this before. Oh man, I'm gonna have to deal with that. This trip has been quite the shit show. But I got here and almost all of it's in one piece except for that. So yeah. I just wanted to get this in before they come out. Man, the plastic ripped off of there. One of my straps, I lost 3 V boards. Freaking a 2-inch ratchet strap, all kind of mess. All right. The really good part is, as soon as he saw that, he was like, oh, so the wind got you too. Still kind of worried about that one. And you can probably tell how windy it is. That tarp is gonna be a bitch to fold. But yeah, so getting it done. Guess I'll catch y'all on the next run.